All right, testing 1, 2, 3. So as you can see right there, my voice. Okay, we're back. So just as you could see right there, we could adjust it. We could just what? Cannot speak. So we could adjust the delay until correction to be 0.4, and that pretty much defines like how long is it going to take for the character to basically attach on the ledge, make the correction. Well, yeah, I think the hand's a little bit too much in, I guess. Let me fix that real quick. Over here. What's up, Joel? What's up, Joe? What's up, Dallas? Dallas. Dallas. Yeah, so as you can see, we could already fix that a little bit. But not as too much. Maybe a little bit backwards. So maybe negative 79 would work. Yeah, there we go. So as you can see, now the hands are properly attached. But now when you move left and right, as you can see, but yeah, it pretty much depends on the animations. But as you can see, when I move left and right, as you can see, the character's hands are a little bit forward still. So what we're gonna do is just go to where we calculate if we're going to the left or right. So let me see. I guess it's over here. I'm not sure. No, it's not over here. I want to build my horror game one day. Good luck. Are you going to use blueprints or C++? The shortened tutorial is going to be on YouTube. Yeah, I was thinking about to just make a tutorial only explaining the system, but I guess not many people like it, as you could see in the comments. Oh, there you go. Selects the forward offset here. Yeah, so there is two ways of making a tutorial. I could either just make a shortened version of the system and explain how I've done things. And the other part, the other tutorial, is by doing it from scratch, which takes more time, requires more patience. But maybe you could learn more from it. Like you could specifically know how to add a specific node. For example, this plus node in here, which is it's a vector addition. Maybe if I just explain the code, how it works and why it works, but not actually explaining how to add such nodes as it is on this one right here, maybe people could get confused on how to add them. So yeah, so we have two ways. I'm still thinking about it. So yeah, I think the ideal solution would be just to make a course where I could explain everything I know, so that if you don't understand how to add certain thing, or if you don't understand quite well how something work, of course you could just check it out on ChatGPT and look it up. But I think people learn better with videos, following a tutorial where they do it from scratch. So for example, here for adding this one, you need to add the add operator node. And then to get this node to be colored, you need to have a vector, and then you plug that in there. As you can see now, the output and the inputs are all yellow, representing the vector blah blah blah, that it's a vector, that is summing up with a vector, with another vector. But you could also sum up with a float, for example. So you could add like 50 for a vector, blah blah blah. So it's a lot of explanations that I think maybe could be done in a full course, for example. So I don't need to basically explain the same thing over and over again on each tutorial that I make. Because let's say, for example, you watch from the previous tutorial that I've made about maybe the flying system, for example. I explained this node, but on the next system I have to re-explain it again, so it causes it to do overwork. So that's what I think, that making a course would be better in this case, and just explain the systems right away, and especially because the system is very long. It's hard to do from scratch. Anyways, going back into here. So with this value, you can adjust. With this value, we can adjust how far from the ledge of the character is set after correction. So I think 40 works. Yeah. Yeah, before it was 38, now it's 40. Now, of course, you can also edit the f init ledge vertical offset. So if you have like a different character with different arms sizes, you can edit this value -16, So you could add something like 25 to be, so when when the character attaches himself on the ledge, as you can see, this value is going to be the character is going to be a little bit down. So you can just change this value depending on which character size you have, and it should be good. Would you say that this is the most uncharted like climbing tutorial you've ever made? Yeah, that I've ever made. Yeah. Of course, the animations, they play a crucial part of the whole system. If the animations are bad, then the system is going to look bad, and that's not my fault. Up. Let me see which animation I play for this one. This animation looks weird. Like looks like the character gets attached too much faster, too much fast on the ledge. Leap up to the ledge. To the ledge. And on the animation, looks like it's not like that. Yeah, so this is a problem of the delay until correction, maybe. Let me check it out. Oh, we're playing a long one. I think we shouldn't be playing that one. Up, up, up. Up, up, up. Okay. see something here. Yeah, this one looks natural, very natural. The problem is this. Up. Delay until correction. Maybe we could delay a little bit more, like maybe 53, 2. It is just the milliseconds that makes the difference. You can see it's now smoother, but I think the animation could be a little bit better because of the. So when the hands they attach to the ledge. No, it's normal. The animation is okay. So it's not a problem of the animation because I can really notice when exactly the problem is the animation. Yeah, now it's perfect. Now, of course, you can see the hands that they flow a little bit when you touch the ledge. They kind of flow a little bit. I'm not sure how to explain this, but the solution for this would be to hire a specialist in animation retargeting that could make the retargeting of the UF4 skeleton to the AFN in a way that it doesn't makes the hands to shake. So that will be the solution to fix this issue. Or you could try to make the system in the UE4 mannequin, which requires the third-person template. Could you possibly add a one-handed slip effect when you jump from a wall-braced hang to a non-wall braced? What is a non-wall braced hang? Do you mean like a freehang ledge? Let me see. Yeah, it's a little bit polluted here. Let me just move this out of here. This is getting a little bit not so good. But I think I know what you mean. Like this. I know exactly what you mean. But I'm not sure if you mean the 180 leap or because I have the animation in here. Let me try to search for it. And this one? Yeah, I don't think I have that animation. Like that, but without the 180 possibility. I think there should be a way to make that. Sure, sir. Yes, sir. So 180 leap cut. So you can just cut the animation and just play it. So you just have to pay attention where you cut it. So especially you're gonna have to cut it where when the animation, the root bone reaches its end. Right, so that's a very perfect animation made, well-made animation. So you have to cut it right over here. So right click, remove from frame, no, remove frame 0 to frame 31. There we go. Now you have the animation. But I worry about this thing in here. The root bone just moved out. Yeah, but I think the root bone is where it should be. Now you can just make a montage and then just play it. I want to play it as a first hang attachment just to see how it's going to behave. Of course, I'm gonna have to make it to be light slot. Yeah, I get it. The hand sometimes would slip, especially on slippery surfaces. Yeah, let me just select this one, random, and then 180 leap cut. Something like this. But also added where when the character goes from one side to the other. Is it possible to add certain animations to certain ledges? Yes, of course. Yeah, we can do that as well. Hello, Morningstar. All right, so to add that, you're gonna have to change the let stripe tag. So if you go to the tag, go to the let stripe, we're gonna have to create a new ledge. So the principal idea here, the core idea, the core message is just to make the ledge stripe so that as soon as the character attaches himself on the ledge, the character automatically knows like which animation he should play, which angle the character should be positioned, which location the character should be positioned, and when exactly he should be positioned in a certain angle and location. So if you want to add the information of slippery surfaces, you can just add a new tag in here. So let's say for this specific tag, we could add like, I don't know, slippery, for example. So if you go back to your sandbox character, we're gonna have to identify that as well. But first, we're gonna have to make a boolean to like, I don't know, is surface slippery, for example. So you should be able to, and now we have the variable. So in the code, we're going to know if the surface is going to be slippery or not, but we just haven't defined that yet. So we just created the variable to state the condition, but it's not going to be read yet. So to be read, firstly, we need to identify if that ledge is slippery or not, so that we can set this boolean to be true or false. So for that, we have the for each loop. Here in the process ledge target data, which process the ledge target data, which basically tells us which angle the character should be at, if the character should be doing an inner corner, blah blah blah. So you could just duplicate this for each loop right here. So as you can see, now we can just go from complete. So you're going to check also for inner, and then when it's complete, we're going to check for the slippery surface. So type here slippery. Now we're just going to replace the should climb in a corner with our boolean, and that's it. And then from complete, we're going to end our execution. Now we know when the surface is slippery, but now what we're gonna do in here is just define how the character is going to behave when the the surface is slippery. So we're going to go to ledge event graph. Yeah, we could do it first on the first hang attachment. Because when you firstly attach on the ledge that is slippery, the character is always going to play the animation. Okay, hold on. Let me just drink some water first. All right, I'm back. So here in the montage play, we're going to add the surface slippery. So if the surface is slippery, we're going to add the 180 lip cut. Then if it's not, we're going to add that animation in here. That's going to be played. Wait, why is he not pulling it? Alright, it's because the ledge here is not processed, but we're going to make it for this one. But first, of course, we're gonna have to disable this one. Disable this one first, and then disable this. Just copy paste that to be applied as well to the event graph F here. Right before the animation plays. So this. But now only the structure is going to change because it's another trace. So it's this trace right here, the hang trace attachment. So search here, hang trace attachment. I'm just going to replace that one. And when it's complete, we're going to play the montage. And there you go. Slippery. There you go. I believe the character is going to always play that animation, that slippery animation. Oops. I'm not sure why the character snaps to play the to stop the animation. No, for this I'm not going to add this for the shortened tutorial because, you know, yeah, if you really want to know, if you really want to learn, you can just follow the streams. I'm not going to be like delivering everything too much easy. I can just make the short tutorial version and then you guys can decide what you can do next with the light system, especially because some people might need different things and people they have different needs for their project, so it might not require them to have the slippery, for example, the slippery function feature. So I'm not going to deliver everything. But at the end, of course, this project is going to be available for the premium members if people wants to get it. So if they want to get this project here, it's going to be available on Patreon. That's it. I know I'm asking for a lot of things, but could you make the standard climbing tutorials and then after that, could you make the whole slippery on? The character slips and automatically catches on another ledge below. Okay, so if you want to make that, you're gonna have to add a tag. For example, let's say for this one right here, and then you're going to add a tag. Oops, slippery. Now here in this case, you could just play the lip cut animation like this. So play montage, oops, where is it? Just do something here real quick, just to test it out to see if it's gonna work. And then go back to where the animations are played. Right. So in here, we have the all notify begin play, and then we can just make that so that you can execute that. This one when the character leaps down, for example. Or we could just make a delay, but I don't recommend it. I think it's easier to be on notify begin play. So this is the character leap down. So leap down. So you just need to find what is the animation name. So character climb leap down, maybe. Left leap down. It's not shimmy. This one, for example. So when the character goes to this, goes to here, when he ends, always when the root bone has reached its end, we can just add a new notify state, and then there you go, and then montage notify window, and then there you go. And as well, we're gonna have to check if the character is on the slippery surface. There you go. Let's see. Oh, that looks nice. Is there someone in the chat that is a level designer? You can make those ledge levels, level with ledges. So if the tag does not have the slippery tag, then it's not going to be played. The slippery animation is not going to be played. Yeah, so that's going to be it. Slippery, slippery, yeah. And to just differentiate the ledge stripe, just so that you know which one is slippery or not, you could just make a new material so that you can differentiate the color of the ledge. So let's say, for example, you were making a level that, let me just duplicate this, call this maybe like M, which stands for material. So maybe slippery ledge material, something like this, so that you can add it to this only for the slippery ledges, right? You change the base color, maybe yellow, and then just apply that yellow material to the ledge stripe. There we go. So that we know that that ledge stripe is very slippery. So that we can just differentiate a little bit. Yeah, right now it's not. It's much more smoother as it was before because the character was a little bit snappy. And he was detaching from the ledge, so now it's smooth. All right, let me just read the comments. I was to make something where my character jumps on a ledge. The ledge breaks, and he catches himself. What I did is and use a trigger point to make the ledge break. Yeah, I believe so. Well, I cannot imagine how that's going to be right now, but if you can show me like a gameplay where that happens, for example, in the Uncharted, I'll be able to see how that's gonna be. All right. Now, in the next stream, I'm going to end the stream now, and in the next stream, we're going to be talking about, well, basically, we're going to be adding the Freehang system, the Freehang animations, because we have a lot of them. It's going to be quicker because we already have the structure set up, so it's going to be quicker to add those Freehang animations. So Freehang, I think it's shimmy. No, it's this one, the Freehang. So as you can see, so you have a lot of we have a lot of animations that we can play, especially this one. So the character goes from a support position where his feet are touching the wall, and then when he goes to the other ledge, as you can see, now he stands on the freehang position. So, right, but we can use the freehang to freehang. So yeah, just to clarify, he's going from the support to the freehang position. But we can also use the freehang to freehang because we also have the animation in here. But if you really want to diversify and make the system really good, you're probably going to have to use all the animations available in the spec, because the spec is the most high quality. The spec has the most high quality animations. I'm not sure if there's another one, but if there's another one, let me know. But from what I've seen on the market, this one is the best. This one is the best animation pack that I've seen, and also the system is very much complete. The light system as well is very much good. It's one of the best as well. There's also a light system that I know is from Jacob's light system. You can try it out and see which one works best. But this system is far from finished. I would say this system here is 40% finished, because we have a lot of stuff to do yet in here, and we have a lot of animations to use. So let me see. We have like 178 animations to be used here. How many animations? We have We have 178 animations to use. But we could make it to be 200 because we use animations that are cut. So combining with the cut animations that we're going to be making, I think that's going to be like almost 200 animations. And it's going to be making the system really good with a lot of support. You can get the support with me whenever you want. Especially, I give priority for Patreon members who are supporting me on Patreon because that's what I do for a living for now. So in Uncharted 4, I'm not sure if you played it, but at the beginning, climbing the tower in the prison, for example, Knight climbs. Yeah, I checked your project, but I'm not sure which issue is yet. I'm gonna have to do a very deep, precise comparison of your project, and because maybe it's not the parameters, but the code that make the parameters. So I'm gonna have to check it out. Give you some more time to figure it out. But you can follow the tutorial without any problems because that could be either a parameter issue or a code that makes those parameters available for you. But at the beginning, climbing the tower in the prison, for example, Nate climbs onto a wooden ledge and he breaks, then he catches himself below. I know you made a grapple tutorial. How easy would it be to use that and add the rope system sort of thing from Uncharted? Yeah, the rope system is going to be very complex because I haven't finished yet. And also, I've made it to work with the UFN mannequin. And also, you might have some glitches maybe. And also, the character feels a little bit stiff. Oh yeah, I think I can use the rope animations from the same guy who made the ledge animations. I think they are really good. Let me check it out, the rope animations that he made. So library. So I have as you can see, we have the action adventure climb. So we have a lot of stuff in here. We have a lot of stuff that we can use for making a whole complete traversal system. So this is the cable crossback, which is really sounds interesting. But hanging climb, what is this? Hanging? Yeah, I'm not sure about this one, but I have it. Okay, next one is yeah, the ladder climb also I think looks good. Let me just see the demo. Yeah, it looks good. That's good. I'm trying to search for the rope. Ah, here. Yeah, this animation looks good. So, yeah, so those animations were made based on the Uncharted 4 animations. So I believe a lot of people like the Uncharted 4 and people are inspired by those games, and they want to be able to replicate those locomotions and have those animations. But for making the physics of the rope and be able to make your character to react with the physics of the rope is the most complex one. To know where exactly how the feet should move, like what is the inertia, acceleration, all those things is so... I prefer to pay someone to just make the rope physics so that I can do the rest. Wait, do I have to pay for these animations for climbing? Yes, you need. It's $80. Would there be a part 14 of those live tutorials? Part 14. Part 14. Yes, it's going to be tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to be continuing this live stream. So if you want to check it out to see the price and everything, you can just go to here. I'm gonna be sending you the link. See if you wanna check it out. All right. So that's going to be it. I hope you enjoyed. And I see you guys in the next one.